Hello, welcome to Annie Berry. Welcome to my channel. And y'all, it seemed like a few things are going on around here that I just really want to talk about. Did y'all see about Dwayne The Rock Johnson did an advertisement for the U.S. Army? Let's go ahead and read it. The U.S. Army wastes 11 million on an ad campaign featuring Dwayne Johnson, which may actually have hurt recruiting efforts. The American Army's 11 million advertising deal with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and the United Football League has failed to yield any drive in new recruits, excuse me, and reportedly even ended up losing 38 enlistments. Not 38, y'all. At a time when the U.S. military is falling 10,000 recruits short of its target, this failed campaign rubbed salt in the wounds of the U.S. Army after the Army National Guard blew 88 million on a deal with NASCAR that only yielded 20 results. So as you can see, the U.S. Army military's 11 million ad deal with The Rock Dwayne Johnson backfires. Now, I want all of you to please let me know, who was this targeted to? Because in my opinion, this is targeted mostly to young people, anyone who really loves Dwayne Johnson, which I like his movies. I do. I like his movies. Well, not all of them, some of them. But I don't understand why the Army truly believe that people were going to recruit to go to the Army, learn how to fight, learn how to shoot, be away from their families, just because Dwayne Johnson was in an advertisement. I think that's correct. I find that very odd. They should have known this was not going to work. But the Army really believes that Dwayne is going to give back that money, they have lost it. He ain't giving back a dime. He ain't giving back a whole dime. And if I remember, I don't know if it's still true, but I thought his ex-wife was his manager. If that is true, I highly doubt that girl gonna give back a dollar. She ain't giving back a dollar, a quarter, a dime, a nickel, or a penny. He did his job. They paid for a service. He did the service. He obviously did the ad. He did his job. They just gonna have to be okay with it. I don't know what else to tell them. They ain't getting no recruits. Damn. Them people said denied, denied. They said no, thank you. They 100% said no, thank you. I wasn't gonna join just because I wouldn't join either. Just because Dwayne Johnson did an advertisement. You got better luck getting Celine Dion to do that. Mm-mm, no. And it's kind of funny how even through this whole advertisement, he started off as a wrestler, just like his father before him. I'm not into wrestling like that, but everyone knows him. He started off in movies and eventually grew his career. But this is people's lives that we're talking about, and I just don't think that this was a good idea. They honestly had a better idea of getting somebody else who was maybe from the military or a veteran. Anyone, honestly. I just don't. They banked on his celebrity status and that people were just going to sign up and leave their families, leave everything they know to go join the army. No. Mm-mm. I wouldn't give back a dime. Not I wouldn't give back nothing. I go ghost. So you can't see me. You can't see me. Mm-mm-mm. And as y'all can see by here, it says Blackstone acquired Ancestry.com. Hmm. Now, it was going around all social media that it happened recently in 2024. But from this, what is this? Logically Facts website I saw that Blackstone acquired Ancestry.com in 2020, not 2024, and that it was misleading. As you can see, I'm going to go down. Uh, that Blackstone acquired Ancestry.com in 2020 for a total enterprise value of 4.7 billion. Ooh, claims that the deal was recent. That the deal was recent was misleading. Now, I've personally never used Ancestry.com, but I know some people who have. I am going to say this. I find that rather funny because I never trusted it. I didn't trust this idea that you just grab some, you pay almost $100 for this package. Then you put in your information, you swab some in your mouth, you put it in there and then send it to them. Now, I don't know about y'all. Some of y'all don't even trust people in your own family with your debit card, your credit card, or $5 in cash, but you gonna pay somebody to tell you what your ancestry DNA is. And for African American folks, y'all should have known that didn't make sense. They gonna sell you back what was taken from you. Mm-mm, no. Now, I do want to say this that Ancestry.com, the world's leading provider of DNA services, enables customers to trace their genealogy and identity genetic health risks through at home testing kits. The company reportedly has over 25 million people. Oh my goodness, 25 million people in the world's largest consumer DNA network with 60 billion records online. Y'all, you know exactly what they're going to do with that information. 4.7 billion. What in the world do you think they're going to do with all that DNA? They're going to do something. For $4.7 million, they're going to do something, all right. Mm-hmm. Telling you, I don't need someone to tell me I'm black. Now, I understand that. Sometimes you want to know where your ancestors come from. Sometimes you want to know way back to the very beginning, or at least as far back as you can. But for me, I don't know. Is it really worth it? Now they got all your DNA information, all of it. Now I don't know about you, but especially as African American women, men too, but especially as African American women, we've been screwed. We've been screwed plenty of times. So if you are an African American woman and you know they just came out with that whole Eve DNA, I don't know. I just don't feel this was for 4.7 mil. I could own 4.7 billion. I'm sorry. I can only imagine. Now we all know they're gonna say they're not gonna do anything with it. I understand they said we're not gonna do any shame. They ain't gonna do any blacklisting. Companies always say that. Allegedly, they said allegedly they ain't gonna do anything with it, but they bought it for 4.7 billion. You doing something with it? Either that or you just like have it in your back pocket. I don't know. Y'all tell me what's going on in the atmosphere. Have any of y'all actually trusted it? Have any of you used it? Do you know anyone else that used it? Have they had any good results? Have any of you trusted it? I say put it down in the comments. Put it down in the comments. Let a sister know. Let me know. Because I am very, very curious about this. Very curious.